Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? Dr. Danae, your somewhat friendly metaphysician on YouTube. All right. I have not done a Taurus reading in a long, long, long time. And every time I sit down to do readings, I keep feeling I need to do a Taurus reading. So here we are. That's what we're going to do today. No more putting it off. Okay. Just a quick PSA announcement. Guys, I will never approach you, make a comment on your comment along the lines of, I've got a message for you, um, you know, things like that. I will never solicit you for a session. I don't work that way. And legitimate energy readers, we don't operate that way. We understand energy and we respect it. So, ignore whoever does that, even in the comments or if they're approaching you, and be careful on social media. Um, there are more and more fake accounts with my photos and my videos. So, guys, please protect yourself. I'm not on social media very much, as you guys know. I really kind of came off of it in 2023, and I'm not fully on there yet. So, where can you find me? On YouTube. So, there's that. Welcome back to my subscribers and my community and my members. And welcome to those of you who may have been new to me or just stumbled upon this. Welcome, welcome. Get comfortable, get relaxed, grab your favorite beverage, whatever you need. Sit back, flip the energy wherever it needs to be. Never make a reading fit your story. It either is going to fit naturally or it's not. My readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter the day that I'm recording this or posting or when you see it. When you see it and it resonates, guess what? The energy is for you. All right. So in meditation, there was a lot coming in. Taurus, you guys have been through so much. And I'm not just talking about recently. Like your whole life. For the Tauruses that are really going to resonate with this reading, you have been living a life up until recently. You've been living a life that was a lower version, a heavier version of what you're really here to do. There was a lot of people pleasing, codependency. And guys, codependency, that it's created by the altered ego. It starts when we're kids. And basically, at the root, what is it? Codependency is our inner child trying to take care of, guide through somebody else's inner child. In other words, if we make it better for them, then it'll be better for us. But the thing is, you have been putting yourself aside for so long. There has been a huge energy shift. Taurus has gone through so much. There's been a lot of injustice. In other words, in this embodiment, in this timeline that you've been living a karmic pattern or a karmic existence. What I want you to know is there is purpose in that. And you have come through and started 2024 in a whole new vibration. Yeah, it's been a bit uncomfortable. It's taken a lot of work for you to get here. You've had to walk away from friendships, relationships, jobs, like everything that you knew and the way things were has been shaken up. And Taurus energy, yes, it's very stable, it's very stubborn, it loves routine. And you've had to look at all that and really just shake it up to get back to finding who you are, what matters to you. How do you want to show up in the world? And you've known for a long, long time that your life experiences have not been reflecting the true nature of your sign. Taurus rules finances, stability, very nurturing sign. And yes, you have been a nurturer to others, but here's the energy that I really picked up on. And it's no coincidence relationship came out first. I had to chuckle at this coming out of meditation, and this card literally flew out. It wasn't just it fell out, it popped out, flew out, flipped, turned, and landed. Relationships are a big thing for you, even though the bull can be very solitary. We love our alone time. We need that to re energize. But you have evolved into a different level of aloneness that you like. And it's not a negative thing. But yes, relationships. Taurus has been the one to hold things down. And you give great advice. You comfort, you nurture, you can see the bigger picture. You can be unbiased when you're helping somebody out. Quite blindsided when dealing with yourself, but these relationships, the relationships that I feel have been very significant and important to you, I feel they've been very one-sided. You gave a lot hoping these people would step up and return to you the same energy. And you found repeatedly that's not the case. That's not the case. A lot of disappointment in that you are the rock that people go to. But who can you go to? Can you go to these people? Now, in that, I do feel you came to the end. You recognized this and said, you know what? I may love this person or these people deeply, but I just can't show up in the way that I've always shown up because it is one sided. I'm depleted and they get filled when they connect with my energy. So, in other words, these people in life that you don't hear from, no contact, not because anything happened, life got busy or whatever, but they're not checking on you. You haven't heard from them. And the only time you hear from them is when something's going on in their life and they need your energy or your advice. This is what you're waking up to. You really had to dig deep for this courage. And I do feel justice has pushed you in this direction because, guys, remember I said you've been living a karmic cycle. That karmic cycle is coming to an end. The tables are flipping. Justice is coming in and saying enough is enough. And you've waited a long time for this. And the reason it's now coming in is because you found the courage, you took the blinders off, you let go of the ego, pride, and the stubbornness and said, wow, this is a pattern in my life in all relationships. And if I want to have different experiences, I have to do different things. So I do feel you just went ahead and Edward Scissorhand a lot of things out of your life. So you're walking into 2024 like, okay, what's new? Where am I going? So let's look at this. I do feel you have turned your back and walked away from some key people. And I know that's repeating, but that's what's coming through very strong. Guys, when you pick up on their energy, do not look back. Keep your back turned and keep moving forward. Again, Every situation is different, so take that with a grain of salt. But what I'm saying is right now, your energy is the only one that's changed. And you're going to recognize this when these people start coming back around and reaching out. You're going to see that they're in the same energy and you just need to keep it moving. Here's the thing with Taurus energy. One, we're very picky with who we give our energy to, who we allow in our circle, who we allow close to us. Taurus is the most loyal sign in the zodiac. I mean, if we're down for you, if we care about you and we've brought you into our inner circle, we are ride or die until you prove to us that you don't have our back, or it's just not equal give and take. Once that happens, once a Taurus says, you know what, I'm done. And a Taurus doesn't make those snap decisions. So cross watchers, if you're watching for a Taurus and you're not hearing from your Taurus and it's silent, you can't even pick up on their energy, what'd you do? What'd you not do? I'm not saying Taurus is innocent by any means, but what I'm saying is Taurus gave you chance after chance after chance. They would have said something. They would have waited to see if the behavior changed, if you heard them. They would have let you know their boundaries. If you continue to ignore that or step over that, it's only a matter of time before Taurus walks away. And if you're dealing with a highly evolved Taurus versus a 3D lower vibrational Taurus, they're not going to say anything. There's not going to be a conversation. They're not going to call you up. There's not going to be an argument. It is going to be a very silent hasta la vista. See how he's like walking away in peace? Because a Taurus is very strong and they can carry the weight for other people and themselves. And that's one of the downfalls, because we do want to take it on and help ease the burden for somebody else. But what ends up happening is we're holding the bag while the other person feels better because they connected with us and they're off doing their thing. They're not doing the work. And then Taurus gets resentful, all of this stuff. So if you're watching this as a cross watcher and you're like, what happened? Why can't I get in touch with my Taurus? Reflect back. How was the relationship? Were you just reaching out when you needed them? Were you checking in on them just because whenever you thought about them? Or did you just let it slide? And again, no judgment, not pointing fingers. I'm just explaining the energy Taurus is in and why they did the silent cutoff. See, Taurus, you have really bossed up and you're saying no to anything that doesn't nurture or feed you. Not in a narcissistic way, in a balanced energy way. You have been made to feel less than, not worthy, out in the cold. Why? Ever since you were a child, your energy, your presence upset others. They didn't understand it. You didn't understand it, but it created this dynamic and this pattern in relationships that I do feel Taurus took the blame in everything. It's always, you're this, you're that, you didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. And so Taurus quietly carried this burden. I say quietly because I do feel Taurus had some outbursts. They did talk about and bring it to the attention of the offenders. But again, Taurus wasn't taken seriously. They weren't listened to. People just assumed you would always be there and you'd keep taking it. You bossed up in silence and literally said, you know what? I'm done feeling like this. You have flipped the script in your life, and that's what needed to happen. This is the world. With justice in the world here, things are coming full circle. In other words, you have been on this path, walking out this life, feeling less than, left out in the cold, not at times not having enough, but yet people still reaching out, wanting you to help them, this, that, and the other, because they are looking from the outside in. They don't really know what's going on, but they think you have it all together. And it's your obligation to take care of others. You woke up and said, wait a minute. Nope, nope, no, it's not. It's time for me to focus on me. And yeah, you walked away. It doesn't mean it didn't bother you, doesn't mean it was hard. It was. But see, I don't feel you're in this Five of Swords energy anymore. I feel like you were for a long time while you were still in these connections, but you processed it. I feel that this is the other person now. Now that your absence or you're walking away, they can't get in touch with you, whatever, this person is in the Five of Swords. What happened? What's going on? How do I get Taurus back? They're feeling this. They really, really are. I do feel there is confusion. Like they don't understand what happened. Um, and yeah, they're blaming you, Taurus. You caused this tower, and it was something that needed to happen. This tower, yes, it happened in your life. Towers, a lot of people cringe at the tower card. A tower, the energy of it really is, yeah, it comes in like an earthquake. You may not see it coming. You'll get hints before it happens, but then boom, it happens, and it comes in to get you moving, to change up the energy. But I feel that you saw that coming. You already went through this silent tower, you had gone within, and then you just said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So, whoever the other person or people are in this dynamic, they're now in this energy. They're quiet. They don't know what's going on. And they are they're stressed because they don't have access to you anymore. And here's the thing. If they're not having access to you and they're not reaching out and getting very honest with you, you literally are like, I have no time. I don't even care what it is you have to say. Um, this is a situation where I feel like there was a lot of pretty words. Taurus, your whole life have been falling for pretty words, taking people, what they say and yep, 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 giving them the benefit of the doubt. But you're the one who stays disappointed. You're the one that ends up in this energy of, what's wrong with me? Why aren't they delivering on what they've promised or what they've said? They said this, and this, and it leaves you in this very confused state. I don't know this song, but when I was in meditation, I mean, I don't know the name of the song or who sings it. But what I kept hearing was these lyrics. I believe they're lyrics. If you know the song, put it in the comments. It says something about pretty words. You tell me all these pretty words, but essentially you don't follow up. It's just pretty words. I'm done listening to pretty words. And that's really the theme for Taurus in 2024. You've put in the work. Justice is on your side. We have Jupiter in our sign until May. It's expansion, it's abundance. That's the nature of our sign, and that needs to come in. You're done with false love. You're done with the pretty words, empty promises. And guess what? You have taken the time to heal. You know this isn't a reflection on your worth. You know that this has more to do with the other person not meeting themselves internally at a level to where they can meet you. And yeah, it's been intense. It's been an internal struggle, but you've walked away. I'm proud of you. I know that wasn't easy, but you did it. For those Tauruses that are, altered egos still in the background, yeah. But did I really mean that much to this person? Were those all just empty, pretty words? Because their actions are completely different than what their words were. Yeah, they do care. But the whole time, this was always an unequal energy exchange. You bonded with them. I do feel, Taurus, you were trauma bonding out of altered ego, your hurts and pains. Your inner child and their inner child was playing really well. You evolved. Even for those that this is a deep soulmate connection, you decided to go full on in the awakening journey. The other person didn't. They dabbled in it and got pulled back. And so you walked. Yeah. Page of Cups energy, younger energy, emotionally immature. You're no longer in your head about it. You recognize it for what it is. You're not throwing any shade or judgment or blame towards that person. I do feel you're really standing in your power, not being manipulated by words or things like that. You're really more, hey, you got to show it to me. Show it. Prove it. And if they can't or they won't, I really feel this is more of they won't. They're not willing to. They're in resistance. Then you've recognized your worth and you're like, this isn't where I need to be. And that's okay. That is what you need for yourself. Yeah. Do feel you have been in this hermit energy for a long, long time. It's now time for Taurus to come out and play. Woe to anybody who pokes Taurus at this point. I really do feel, Taurus, that you are just right there ready to let people know. And remember how I said, Taurus, we take on a lot. And it's usually one small thing that can trigger us. It's like that final red flag being waved in our face. And then boom, horns down, and we come charging in. The thing is, and crosswatchers, do not be mistaken. It's not that one little thing. No, Taurus is not overreacting. Behind that one little thing, there is a consistent history of BS that you've put Taurus through. Again, I'm not saying Taurus is innocent, but what I'm saying is open your eyes, see this from a different perspective. If a Taurus walked away from you, there's a history there. There's a reason. And I do feel, Taurus, we're ruled by the throat chakra. And when we get pushed or we've taken too much and we go off or we snap, we let somebody, we take them to school, is what I say verbally with our words. We are essentially off with their head. We don't hold back. We let it all out, and it's brutal. You're going to get a whole lot of truth that you probably aren't ready for. So really ask yourself, do you really want to poke the bull? Where Taurus may have been nonchalant, let things slide, you're not going to experience that, Taurus, in 2024. Not at all. Now, for those cross watchers that do want to get in touch with your Taurus or have a conversation, or you're ready to really get gut level honest with them, you already know what you need to do. You do need to step up. You need to approach you need to approach the Taurus in a higher vibrational way, in a respectful way, and you better come prepared to be vulnerable, lay it on the line, accept where you have failed in the past, because Taurus will accept where they failed in the past. And I know we can come across so stubborn, so prickly, but underneath, we have really big hearts. We're very understanding. We love to give grace. And if somebody comes in the right way and is very honest and apologetic for their role, you will get to see that other side of Taurus. The one that will accept the apology, that may even tell you in a nice way. I'm not talking about the other side of Taurus where we're just going to let you have it. You will get that side of Taurus if you try to come in and connect with this Taurus in the old way. Taurus will absolutely chop your head off and hand it to you on a platter with a gold ribbon and say, checkmate, try again. So it's about the approach. It's about being very gut level honest and vulnerable and admitting where you dropped the ball. Taurus is, and again, not all Tauruses, but the majority, the high vibrational Tauruses, we desire to have those deep soul to soul connections where we can share at that vulnerable, intimate level. We don't have time for 3D surface level relationships. We're done with it. 2024, that's not what we're going to do. So, guys, Crosswatcher, if you want to fix this with Taurus, change the approach, be very honest. Taurus, keep it moving for you. Keep your focus on you. You're healing, you're growing. This is your season. This is your time. Do not let anybody get in your way to stop you or deter you. I do feel people and things will try to distract you this year. Keep your focus. Put that stubbornness to work on your goals. Let's see, what is this one? Self-growth. Absolutely. You are growing by leaps and bounds. Resourceful. Taurus is extremely resourceful. Not only that, you know how to manage and use your resources appropriately. Reunion. Isn't that fitting for what I was saying? So for those of you who do want to mend these fences, like I said, soul search, be honest, and change your approach. All right, guys. I hope that helped. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste.